Hey, good afternoon. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Good afternoon. I hope you're having a lovely day. It's Monday, which confused me, often does. uh, it's been a good day, except for every time I go outside to do something and I was going to grill for lunch, then it started to rain. And then I was done with lunch and then it stopped raining. So it's raining once again, but that's all right. And Jason and Ethan just went to cross country practice, so they're gonna get wet. But I'm not. And I'm grateful for that. Anyways, I want to share with you something that is super, super important to me. And I try to instill these things in my kids. And we use the term gratefuls. So let me share my notes. I always write notes and then I forget to use them. So I'll do my best here. Okay, so gratefuls. I'm sure you're familiar with the term. Being who you are, being that you're in this group, moms and spectacular ladies, I know that you are grateful and appreciate so much of your life. I actually want to show you what we do with gratefuls and how we use them on a daily basis. So, the definition of a grateful, we use it as a noun. So, but a feeling or showing an appreciation for kindness, right? And being kind is like my biggest thing. Or being thankful. And I'm going to actually tell you semantically what we use our thankfuls for, okay? Because that's a little bit different, even though grateful and thankful is pretty much the same thing. For gratefuls, what we do and why we do it. Okay, so the why. The more that you can show appreciation for everybody and everything, the happier you'll be. I guarantee it. My money back guarantee that the more appreciation you have for things, the happier you will be. Okay? I do not believe that this world is filled with bad people. I do not believe that this world is a bad place. I think that this world is filled with wonder and amazing people and beautiful things. I really, really do. We need to focus on the positives, and that's where gratefuls come in. So the more that you focus on the good, the more good will come to you. The more good that you will be able to see, okay? It's there. You just have to be open to seeing it. There's always something to be grateful for, big or small, okay? So, for example, this morning it was chilly and I was griping because I had to wear pants. Not that I had to wear pants, I always wear some sort of clothing, but like pants, not shorts. So I have my jeans on and I'm not very excited about that. And then I had to go for a walk. I had my vest on, I had a jacket on, even had my wool socks on. So I really like summer and shorts and t-shirts, okay? So I was griping about that. But I can totally flip that and be grateful that I do have jeans. I do have the pants to wear when I get chilly. Or if I'm too fussy about that, I can be grateful about something completely different in an attempt to change my mindset. You know, maybe that it would be that I had a good breakfast. Maybe that it would be that my kids are happy. Okay? It doesn't have to even be what I'm worried about at the time. If you start your day with gratefuls, like the sooner when you wake up, even maybe before you lift your head off the pillow, if you start thinking about it mentally, I'm going to show you how we write them. If you can start dominating your day with positivity, you'll at least get out ahead of it a little bit. Okay, so set the intentions to be positive. So here's what we do. I love notebooks. I love all school and office supplies. It is a deep passion. But for whatever reason, my favorite notebook to write our gratefuls in is just these steno notebooks, okay? I have been doing this for years. The earliest one I found on my bookshelf is from 2016, okay? So I've been doing this for at least 4 years. And the reason I like the steno ones is, one, they just flip up. They're super easy. They're a little bit different. I like the size of them. And I'm partial to the line down the middle, especially when my kids do theirs. Okay? So I have my own notebook that I keep by my bed, and each of the kids has their own notebook. Like these notebooks are like 88 cents, $1. Okay? Nothing fancy. You can use whatever notebooks if you want. If you want a really fun one, get a really fun one. But it doesn't, that's not the point of being appreciative and being grateful. So, what we do is date it. And I also make sure I put the day just for myself. The kids write lists. They write up to 10 things that they're grateful for. And they can be the same thing every day if they want. There's no rules. I tend to write in a format of maybe more complete sentences and storytelling. In I was going to say some things that I'm working on with, I kind of feed within that, that I'm grateful for. But, so you can list them, you can write it in story format. Same thing every day, different thing every day doesn't mean it doesn't need to know. This is personal. Consider it kind of like a personal diary. Nobody else needs to see this. My kids do not have to show me their gratefuls. The little boys usually do, and they're usually pretty excited about it. I don't see my two big kids' gratefuls ever. And that's fine. But it is on their morning list of things they need to accomplish, because they feel it's that important. It's like getting your mindset, and it's really important to brush your teeth, or it's really important to make your bed. And I even challenge that doing your gratefuls is more important than those things. Okay? If you're not happy, things are rough. We all want to be happy, and we want our kids to be happy. Happy, healthy, whole, right? So yeah, they still need to brush their teeth, and they hopefully still make their beds, but the affirmations and the gratefuls, that's really important. Okay, now thankfuls and how I determine the difference. So in the morning, they write things that they're grateful for. This is where the 2 lines on the steno notebooks comes in really handy for them. So they write their things that they're grateful for on the left in the morning. And this one doesn't happen every single day just because it gets lost in the shuffle. But the idea is they write their thankfuls. They pick at least 3 things that they are thankful for that happened within particular for that day. Does that make sense? So gratefuls is usually like family, friends, toys, food. The littler boys are really general. I get very specific, particular situations maybe, but not always. Like, I'm thankful for our heat. I'm thankful that we are safe. I'm thankful that we are healthy. So those are very broad topics. Yes, I do use present tense when I write. I am strong. I am grateful that I am strong. I am grateful that I am encouraging. But I have filled these beastly notebooks up, and I love it. I wanted to share that with you, so if it interests you, you can incorporate it into your day. Thinking it is one thing, writing it is a whole nother world, and that gets ingrained. So then throughout your day, if things are, flipping and flopping a little bit, you can either think back to what you wrote, or you can just like stop and count on your hand 5 things that you're grateful for. They can be completely irrelevant to the topic that is bothering you at the moment. But gratefuls actually is my next line on our t-shirt, in our t-shirt boutique. They're gratefuls, and I'm pretty excited about that. And I failed to actually mention one of the things that got me started on gratefuls is long time ago, my dad made the comment that people often ask him, how you doing? Which actually is one of my least favorite questions ever. How are you? You can ask somebody a different question when you see them, ask them a different question. But it's common, people ask, how are you doing? How are you? And he said, I often want to say grateful. And he doesn't usually, because it throws people for a loop when you say something they're not expecting, and then you don't need to explain it all the time. But it got me thinking, because yes, we should always be grateful. There are so many things to be grateful for. I'm grateful for you being here. I'm grateful for you supporting each other, and I really hope you have a fantastic day. If you watch this later, let me know, replay, let me know what you're grateful for. I'm actually going to be posting maybe daily to jot something down that you're grateful for, just to set that mindset, bump it up, raise the vibration. We'll get into that a different day. But have a great afternoon. I'm grateful for you.